It has officially been one weekend since Pink Tape has officially dropped, and I'm gonna go ahead and rank each song one by one in order of the track list. Thank you to everyone that was in the live stream Thursday night for the release party, literally the craziest night in history on this channel, so I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and jump into this tier list. The first song, Flooded the Face, is just like the perfect intro. Uzi, bar by bar, just, building up the song slowly. It is just like the perfect intro. I have no complaints. It's gonna go to S tier for me. It's got good replay value. It sounded a lot like 2 from Love is Rage 2, the intro to that. I saw a lot of similarities in those songs.
Uzi, wake up.
And yeah, he started off the project perfect with that song. I think a lot of Uzi fans are gonna like it. Then he did more Rage stuff with Suicide Doors, which I actually really liked. More of Whole Lotta Red from Cardi is what it sounded like. I'll go ahead and do Amped, I guess, and I'm gonna put that in A tier. I don't know how either Suicide Doors or Amped didn't have a vamp Cardi feature. That would have been fire if we would have got that. But obviously lots of inspiration from Whole Lotta Red on those type of songs. You play those songs in a mosh pit, you're literally gonna punch someone and take them out. But I really like the energy a little bit more in the performance on Suicide Doors rather than Amped. I think this was the one with Travis Scott. I'm gonna give that one a high A tier. I think my expectations were really high, and although I think it is a really good song, I'm surprised it was so hated. I like the Travis Scott feature on there. For me personally, it's the beat, and it's just one of those songs where you just get a stink face, and it's just, the song's disgusting, dude. I know it's a lot of ad libs and stuff, so some people weren't really messing with it, but I think that's a very high A tier. Crush 'em, I'm gonna put a lot of stuff in A tier, I feel like, today. Crush 'em's gonna be one of them. He was very repetitive when it comes to choruses. Actually, most of the songs at the beginning of the track list were very repetitive, lots of similar, lyrics, and just ad-libs were flying everywhere. It almost sounded like Yeet actually in the background with the yelling or whatever, screeching kind of ad-lib. If you hear that on the song, is just so fire. But really, the whole, first part of this album, the first 10 tracks were just Uzi rapping, having fun with it. Died and Came Back is gonna be an A. I actually like the intro kind of verse where he's just rapping, and I almost wish he just rapped the whole entire track, because for me, the chorus kind of kills it a little bit when he gets, slows it down, gets melodic with it. So that's why I'm gonna give it an A tier, but that one's kind of underrated, I'm not gonna lie. I will say X2, X2, that's gonna be an S tier. This song is just so much fun. One of the best beats on the project as well, so shout out Ken Carson. Just absolutely murdered it. I think the production in general on this entire album was pretty insane, and that's what I need from a trap project. The production's got to stand out and hold its own on all 26 tracks, and I feel like it did. Pink Tape obviously had way better production, crazy atmospheres, just shit flying everywhere, all types of genres, and it made it a really entertaining first listen. X2 on that last verse, you can just see how much fun he's having. It's one of my favorite moments on the album. Spin Again, I'm gonna throw it A tier, just barely. I think it's a catchy song. It's cool, again, kind of repetitive, but it's kind of just a short little album banger. Had the Ice Spice shout out. That Fire, this one's definitely done some growing on me a little bit. It's kind of all over the place, with his vocal inflections that he was doing, but he was kind of doing that, almost every single song. The music was just flying everywhere, dude. Uzi was very sporadic and crazy on this album. That Fire is a perfect example of that. This is one of the best on the project. This is gonna be an S tier for me. I think that it's kind of just you had trumpets and it's building up, and I know Uzi, when it comes to his flow, he was actually very chill and laid back, so it's kind of weird how those things contrasted against each other. It just works, dude. It's just another one of my favorite songs on the project. Endless Fashion, I'm actually really liking this song a lot. I'm gonna throw it at A tier for now. It's actually grown on me a lot. I think Nicki Minaj might have the best feature on the album. I think a lot of people are hating on it just because we didn't get Cardi or whatever, so they're like, why did we get Nicki Minaj, and they're freaking out. But I actually think she killed it. She was actually a majority of the song. They did the if I'm Blue I'd Die or whatever, they sampled that, which I just didn't expect that. It just came out left field, but they did it well. Uzi kind of went over and used the same flows. I thought Nicki had actually some solid verses, and it's a fun song. It's more mainstreamy, pop song, and yeah, I think they killed it. Mom, I'm Sorry, I'm gonna go B tier on this one. This one's also grown on me a ton. He referenced Chief Keef and Somebody I Used to Know. I didn't actually pick up on that on first listen, which I wish I did, but it's more chill, melodic. You don't want every song to sound the same. If I want fun bangers, I'm gonna go to the first 10 tracks on the album, but sometimes you gotta rein it in and listen to Mama I'm Sorry sometimes. So it's a good album song. All Alone, dude, this one's so hated so much. Like for me, this is peak melodic Uzi, and I find this song so catchy. There's a ton of catchy songs and performances on this album. All Alone, one of them, that's one of my personal favorites. It's a very simple song. We've seen melodic Uzi before. It's just when you get to this point in the album, it's just I'm having so much fun. There's so many amazing songs, and All Alone is just another perfect example of another amazing song on the project. Nakamura, I haven't listened to this one enough to be an S tier. I'm gonna put it in A. I feel like it could move up, and I feel like a lot of these songs in A or S are like very close, if I'm being honest. Nakamura is really cool. It's like anthem, stadium type song. I'm not into WWE, but people were saying, like, in my chat, literally exact sample of like that guy's intro from WWE, which is really cool. Again, you just kind of see Uzi experimenting starting at this point of the album. Things start to get really crazy. Just Wanna Rock, don't care. S tier. It's one of the best hits we've had in a long time, in my opinion. If we want to look at 2022, 2023, when it comes to like mainstream hits, Just Wanna Rock is easily one of the best. It's always going to be played at, parties, on commercials, in movies. You're going to hear it when you go to like a stadium and stuff like that. But I still think the song's fire. So when it plays the album, I still find it fire. Fire Alarm, give me a sneaky S with this one. I've definitely listened to Fire Alarm enough to say it's an S. It's a very like EDM kind of raver song. Did not expect that. I mean, we had, Just Wanna Rock, Jersey Club type stuff, and we kind of went back to back with Fire Alarm. Fire Alarm is even more extreme. This song is just so up-tempo, so fast. It sounds really good, like when you're in that mood and you just want to bounce. It's one of the more like out there songs on the project, and I'm really proud of Uzi for branching out. Now let's get into the more rock inspired, metal songs on the project, which are really controversial. Some people love them, some people hate them. That's just kind of how this album works. This cover to Chop Suey, he actually did an exact cover, which is weird because you don't hear people do that on like albums. You might do that as a single or like just some fun shit on YouTube, but I don't know how he managed to clear some of these songs on the project. But I'm gonna give it a B tier. There's a lot of elements of the song I really like. I think at the end of the day, I still like Uzi's rapping and stuff like that more. His branch out to rock was really cool. I think that's my favorite rock song. I want to put that at A, so I can put Werewolf at B, which was the one with Bring Me the Horizon, which was really cool. He low-key kind of got carried a little bit on this song because, the parts I remember from Werewolf are, Bring Me Horizon. I love when rappers indulge in rock music, like Trippie Redd doing Neon Shark. Amazing project with no skips. Pluto to Mars was just, this song's an S tier. Like, I've been listening to this one today. This one grew on me heavy. I think I was sleeping on it. This song is insane. The chorus is so upbeat, so happy, just like a lot of these songs on the project. Great replay value, as a lot of these songs do. Patience was one. It's just kind of low-key because it was Don Toliver, a lot of background vocals from Don Toliver that sounded heavenly. They worked well together. It was very spacey, got you floating. I personally don't play like slow stuff too often. Maybe like late at night every once in a while. Might be disrespecting that song. It is a good song. It's really close to A. I'm not trying to put everything up into A and S though. Days Come and Go. I mean, this one's gonna be around for a long time in my opinion, so I think it's smart to put it S tier. It's a very special song. On this one, he definitely got more lyrical with it. You could tell in the verses, and then when the chorus checks in, dude, it's so beautiful. It's simple, days come and go. Days come and go. It's just a feel-good song, man. Like, Uzi just did something special. You kind of get to the end of the album, and to me personally, when I just didn't know what to expect for every song, and I was listening to it, like when this came on, I was just like, damn, bro, like this album is crazy. He's not out of gas. Uzi was very lyrical on Rehab, like, actually talking about rehab, real life situations, but doing it in his own style, you know what I'm saying? Like, some rappers, like if Drake did this, Drake would give you like a boom bap beat, like classic Drake rapping. But when Uzi does it, and Uzi really wants to be introspective, focus more on lyrics, he still gave you kind of an Uzi, type beat, where it still kind of feels like you're in outer space a little bit. He low-key could have just ended it there. As much as I like the end, I think I'm gonna throw that one at B. I think the Baby Metal feature, na 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 na, was really cool. The song is like all over the place. It's got a little dancey part to it I really liked in the middle of the song. I will say some of the metal songs on Werewolf and the end might get a little too like harsh in my opinion, just because I like rock. I like more soft rock, which the shit was like borderline, hurting my ears at some points. Although I like the songs, I will say the only parts I have to say about the rock songs was like, damn, this shit is loud. Like, all right, like let's go back to. I'm fine with, you know, the instrumentals and the drums and guitars and stuff, but let's not blow out my eardrums. The whole 23 tracks really didn't have filler to me. You know, even if it's not your favorite Uzi project, I feel like there's still a lot to take away from this because there's songs for everyone on this project. Zoom, I'm gonna go ahead and put it at B, just because it is kind of a slower song. It's cool though, it is catchy, it's got a good chorus to it, but I don't want to like overhype it just because I don't really like the slower Uzi songs as much. I prefer Uzi rapping a little more. It is a grail. I feel like I probably heard that one back in the day when it was an old leak. Of course, good to see this one released. I'm glad I finally heard the full song, not just like the beat to it or just the chorus or whatever. Sade was cool, throw it at B. Everything is a B and above just because I listened to every song. I find value in every single song. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video. Comment down below your guys' tier list as well, or what your guys' favorite songs on Pink Tape are. I have a Twitter, Instagram, and I will catch you guys soon with a brand new video. Peace.